Good morning. Happy Friday morning. This is Ralph talking to you. I've been posting a few things, but I think one of the items I'd like to cover today is you or me, both of us. All right, sometimes we're out in this world, we're struggling, but I think you need to give yourself a pat on the back. Yes, I don't care what your decision is, if you're going to do the retirement or if you're going to go forward and try to do more in your life. Because if you look back at what you've been through the last couple of years, you're a survivor. We've had an awful lot of, there's been a global pandemic. It's hit us, and I'm here in the United States, it hit us tremendously. It affected our lives, our income, everything. But we overcame it. And plus, there's been raging wildfires, there's been flooding. These natural disasters, along with the pandemic, have been just worldwide. But look at you. Did it stop you? You're still living? It didn't prevent you from going forward? You've had guts. So I think you ought to take time to, no matter what your decision is, look at your life. You're overcoming things. You've already overcome. If you can do that, you can overcome other things in your life. And speaking of overcoming, when we were in school, they gave us tests. And if you're taking online courses or if you're studying with anybody, and if you're taking, like sometimes in the past, perhaps at your work, you had to take CE, continuing education training. All these things required tests to see how far you were progressing, right? The test we wanted to see how much you know. And you wanted to know what your progress was. And if you had a deficiency in the test, then that area you went back and you studied a little bit more and you became more knowledgeable about it, right? So that's how your life is. You have to evaluate where you're at. Look at your life. Give yourself a mini test. Write out questions. What do you think is a successful person? What do you think is a kind person? What do you think is a compassionate person? And while you're writing these out in your mind, think, who do you know that is kind and compassionate? And then look at yourself. Hey, are you this way? If you're not, if you want to change, then do it. But if you want to be a better individual, I think it's a good thing to do. Another way to look at it is, there's two really good questions you could ask yourself. I know you're progressing and you're doing good. But one of the questions you can ask is, what am I doing that I should stop doing? I don't know. Again, are you happy with what you're doing? If you're binge watching, Netflix every time, if that's what you want to do, that's good. But if you want something else in life and you realize just sitting in front of the screen watching movies isn't for you, then you're going to have to stop that. And then maybe, you have other bad habits. You got to figure out a way to work on it. One of the habits that I had, I wasn't a flosser. I didn't floss my teeth. And I realized I had made a trip to the dentist, and the dentist said I had to do something or there'd be more work that would be done on my teeth if I didn't learn to floss. I wasn't excited about it. But I read a book, Tiny Habits, by individual named Fogg. Anyways, I read it, and he gave you ideas on how to improve your life. One of them was, he said, basically, just try to do small things. And then, if you can't do the small thing, it doesn't feel like a major failure. So I tried his system. And what I did was I just flossed one tooth. That's what I did. I did that for a couple of days. And yes, I forgot once or twice, but I didn't beat myself up because I'm thinking, hey, this is just something minor. And then pretty soon, I got 2, then 3 teeth. Now, I've gotten in the habit where I floss my teeth all the time. But that's how you do. Don't put pressure on yourself if you want to change. Find something you want to change and work on the little things. And then you can expand it. All right? So try that. I think it'll help. There's another question you could ask, is what am I not doing that I should start doing? See, and that's why I came up with the flossing, because I wasn't happy with that and I didn't want to keep going to the dentist and lose all my teeth. So along with that, so I hope you look at your life and think about it. If you're on that road to success and you want to be on that road to success, then I think there's something else you need to look at. Ask those 2 questions. Remember how you learn things too, okay? So you probably can't remember, but you've seen kids when they're learning how to walk, they just try, they fall down, they cry. Sometimes they get hurt, sometimes they don't, but they go forward. But it's a learning process, right? So that's what they do. How about math? You took math courses in school. Sometimes you didn't. Some of us didn't like math, but we pressed on because we wanted the passing grade, and eventually we found out that math helped us in life. If you had a checking account, you had to add addition and subtraction. And you found other ways math was important. So you overcame it, and you did some homework, extra homework, right? And then look at your eating. We're eating, but a lot of times people say, hey, you ought to try this restaurant, or some kind of different food. Some of us say, oh, hey, I think I would like that. And so we go out and try it. And that's how we decide if what people tell us, if we really want them or like or agree with them. And then we can form an opinion. And that's what you need to do in your life. You're looking at things you want to improve in your own life. So start talking to people and ask them how they've done it, right? So go forward. Don't get discouraged. It's like exercising, all right? So a while back, I decided I should try to exercise. And I tried different programs. Some things I liked and some didn't. I didn't. So I picked up what I liked. It made it easier for me to exercise, all right? So I don't mind running too much, so I added a little running to it. And then pretty soon I found out I could do a little bit of things with weights. I'm not looking at doing hundreds of pounds. I just work with little dumbbells. But that's what I want. It's easy for me. Again, it's working that small thing. You find what you like, and to help you, it's easier to be successful when you're doing something that you enjoy. Granted, some things you're going to have to overcome that you don't enjoy. But try to find the things that'll make you successful that are easier for you. Pick out the things for you that you know you can do, right? And the same thing with relationships, right? All of us have great friends, and then we have some people we just ignore, stay away from. So you've hung around with these people and you found out maybe some person's got a really, really negative attitude, and you don't like negative attitudes, and you don't like about that, so you stay away from them. Or someone doesn't care about and agree with you in politics. Some people, I have friends that we don't agree politically, but we don't talk about it that much, or we do, but we discuss it in a logical manner, and we don't get upset with each other. So those people I can discuss it with. But there are some people I found out I can't bring up politics, so I don't. You've got to establish your life, find the things that work in it and don't work. There's no need of you getting involved with people that harass you or that ruin your day or are full of negativism. You don't need negativism. And at the same time, look at your life. What do you push out to people? What do people perceive you as? Right? Maybe on your quest, if you're looking to do more, you realize you need more skills, or you want to develop or improve the skills. So what are you going to do? Ooh, sorry about that. So what are you going to do? You go out and I would scour. I've tried that in the past, and that's where I'm getting to go now. I've scoured the internet. I find there's an awful lot of people that have YouTube videos that describe pretty much anything you want, right? If you want to develop a certain skill, let's say speaking, and you don't like to talk to people, but you think in your new endeavor that you're going to have to speak in front of people, there's all kinds of YouTube videos that'll tell you how to do it. People that enjoy that. You can take the free videos, or you can pay someone, and they'll teach you. But there's so many skills out there. You know, I've said this before, no one succeeds without paying a price. So if you want to change your life, you're going to have to change something else. You're going to have to work on yourself. You're going to have to work on maybe the friends you have or different friends. But you have to. You've got to look inside you. What inside, that's what's going to be you. That's what you are. That's who you are. But if you want to develop more, it's going to take work. It is. You know, if you look at the definition of goal, right, you have these goals, but if you actually look in the dictionary, it defines it as, let me read this here, the end towards effort is directed towards, do you understand that? You have, it says effort. So if you want to change your life, you want to improve, you want to learn to run better, you want to learn to speak better, you want to learn to be a better friend, you want to learn how to be a better spouse, you have to make some effort. You have to put the effort in. So that's what it is, effort. You can't just sit down and keep watching YouTube. You can't just indefinitely watch Netflix or just play video games. I found that out in my life. I enjoy some video games. I've got to give them up. That's part of my progress. But at the end of the day, I feel better. When I've gone out and I've learned something and I've improved myself, or I feel I've improved myself, I can find progress. Progress keeps me going. I hope you find progress in your life. I hope you can be a coach to yourself, an encouragement. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you for listening to it. Thank you kindly. May you have a great day.